All right, guys, here we are for episode 12 of Come Unstuck. I'm Richo, and this is Luke.
Get
Luco.
excited, guys.
Get excited.
Somebody, fuck somebody. Sorry. That's
Do we
pretty
have like
supplement.
do we have like a G rating? G rating?
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, God. I'm just pumped up.
For all those 13-year-old kids who are stuck in their lives, needing some help.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Sorry, carry on, mate.
So welcome, guys, for our 12th episode, where we'll be talking about how we define success. I think that was it, wasn't it? It's how we define it. I don't know. Whatever. We'll do yarn, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Otherwise, you probably will waste half an hour of your life. But I don't know. Nah, I'm just kidding. We'll have a lot of fun. All right, so might as well jump right into it. How do we define success? So I fucking love this one because it has just like racked my brain, I reckon, for about 10, I don't know, since I was a kid. I was always very like, I'm just going to tell my story, Luke. So maybe it's just strap yourself in there. Since I was a kid, I was always very competitive and wanted to do the best at, like, you know, when I was playing games and fucking just whatever. And so then when I got out of school and I started working in my job and stuff, I wanted to be the best at work. And like, cause I would see success for me was always someone with like a really good job. You know, you've got a family, you got kids, your typical society view of success. But then I think, like, as I started to get older, I started seeing these people in these positions where they would be super high up and have heaps of money. And, you know, some of them were dicks and some of them just seemed unhappy. And it was just like, you know, surely there's more. Surely there's more to life. And I don't know, it just kind of dawned on me that, you know, at the end of the day, like, you can have millions of dollars, but then can't exactly buy happiness. I mean, it can buy you certain things that could probably make you happy for a few minutes, but in terms of overall life happiness, I don't think it can actually buy you that. So for me, my life kind of took a bit of a different approach, and I now look at success as, for me, like, as being happy what you're focused on and pushing yourself in the right direction, but like also like living your values. But at the end of the day, just overall, like, just being happy with what you're doing. Like, if you're happy in what you're doing, then to me, like, you're successful as a person. That was my little story.
Yeah, good, mate. Good. So basically, you grew up wanting to be successful, wanting to be like everybody else, thinking that that's what success was, and then you realised, fuck all that. It's actually about just being happy with your present state. Is that correct? In summary,
yeah, 100%. Mindset, mate. Mindset.
Nice, mate. Yeah, it's a bloody good point. I think I could probably answer this question differently every day if I was asked it. And I recall earlier, probably this year, being asked the same question. I think I snapped back with being happy. Success is being happy. It's happiness. And that actually not being the right answer for the person that asked me. I think they were quite surprised how quickly I just said, "Cool, that's the end of that. Carry on." But we'll go a bit deeper. We'll go a bit deeper today. And I think, you know, my main definition is probably that it's probably being in a position where you are happy with your surroundings and the situation that you are faced with, basically. And that means a bit of freedom to make decisions each day or in your current situation, and almost not being answerable to whatever factors get thrown at you. So if that doesn't make sense, so say you get given a bunch of shit circumstances, if you're able to basically be like, oh well, that doesn't really affect me because I'm gonna choose this route, then I think that's a piece of makes up someone that is successful or success for me.
So do you mean like emotional intelligence, or you're just talking kind of like mindset, like
No,
choosing your mindset?
I mean, like you could wake up tomorrow morning, sleep until 10, and say, "Fuck you, I'm not coming to work because I don't even need to." And you can make your own decisions, and you've got the freedom to live your life to the fullest, and not have to be told you can't do that. That's kind of what I mean. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay, I think so. I think I
A
get what you're
sense
trying
of
to say.
freedom. Yeah, having options.
Yeah, sweet. I do think it's a really good topic because I just feel like it's success is always defined by, I think, the individual. Like everyone has their own different takes on success, and you know, because everyone has different things that are going to make them happy and different values and that sort of thing. Like you know, like for example, some people will be like, "Oh, success is having a lot of money. Success is being, you know, success is being happy. Success is having a cool job, having a family. Um, I don't know, having 50 cars,
Bro, in
being
New
good with them."
Zealand, being successful is probably growing up and buying a house. It's like when you buy a house, everybody sends you a card and fucking celebrates and is like, holy shit, you bought a house. It's like the Kiwi dream. It's like how you clock life here. You need some more levels once you've bought a house.
Yeah,
And I've always found it quite strange because realistically, usually it's just people signing up to a mortgage, and a mortgage is usually uh, a tool that allows people to, or that disallows people to say yes. They have to say no more, and so it actually tightens up what you can actually do. So I've never really got the whole concept of fucking having a house as being successful. But anyway, that's just some people, but it's quite a common thing for people to want to grow up and aspire to do here in New Zealand.
man, I hear you because it's like I feel like there is this. It's like there's this list of things to do, and I mean this is me growing up in Australia, and I'm sure it was probably still in New Zealand, but it was like you do these things and you're successful. Like and like buying a house is one. It's the same thing here. You buy a house and it's like, you know, yep, cool. You've hit a milestone in your life because you're buying a house. Awesome. Like, you know, I pumped out a kid, and it's like, cool. You've hit a milestone because you pumped out a kid. Like, it's where that stuff doesn't actually like mean anything.
Yeah,
Like, I guess so. I've literally had someone say to me like because he had a kid with someone, and then they ended up breaking up, and he was like, oh yeah, well at least I got that out of the way, and he was like 25, and it's just like what is your view on life? Like
yeah,
that's
that's
not
interesting.
like yeah, but that's what I mean. Like this that's like a thing with so many people. It's like so many, and they'll strive to like buy a house, but then they get the house, and it's just like, but what now?
I think to wrap that bit up, basically, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with seeing producing babies and how having houses as being success, but I think you
Oh no, is this me? Sorry, guys. I think we've had a bit of a disruption in Luke's internet. I'm gonna try and So his cuck technology died. All right. Awesome. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try and re-add him. Thanks for being patient, guys. Sometimes we do have a few technological issues. But
Am I back?
NBN, I don't know what you guys got in
I'm back.
New Zealand.
Am I back?
Back.
Thank fuck.
Wait, I want to see.
So good.
I want to see his. I didn't know. Like, I thought it was. I thought it was my internet for a second, and I was like, "Oh no, what's happened?" And I didn't realize it was just filming me for the last like few minutes.
Yeah.
Just me like waiting for it to kick back in.
Man, I was just about to launch into something so powerful as well. But obviously the internet didn't actually want people to hear that.
BJ watching Richard awkwardly trying to fix what's going on is brilliant.
Jesus. God bless. All right,
oh, that was
this
classic.
iPad. Basically, in a nutshell, I was about to say that whatever it is that you think is successful, whether it's buying houses, hookers, or having babies, it's up to you individually to define success for yourself and not get trapped into the society norms of having a kid by the age of 30 and having your first mortgage and whatever other fucking bullshit that other people push down on you as their perception as to what success is. We all get to decide it for ourselves, and that's way more valuable than living to someone else's expectations of what success is. Bang.
Yeah, boy, love it. That's awesome. It's a great way to wrap it up. I agree 100%. I think success comes from the individual, and I think everyone's got to figure that out for themselves. You've got to figure out, what your values are in your life and what you appreciate and what you think's, going to give your life meaning. And then pursue that, and then make yourself successful by being happy doing what you love doing and living those values.
Exceptional stuff.
Yeah, man.
I think one thing on the flip side that I often thrash around this line, and I think I've done a post on it before, but is that visibility is a fake metric for success. Now, I think we all get caught up in looking at everything online and looking at what people are doing in their Instagram and their Facebook and blah, 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 and judging someone's success on what they're posting when realistically you can't from the pictures they're posting, you can't hear the screaming kids in the background like yourself, Rico. We don't know what else is going on, so we don't compare yourself to other people's fucking successful photos and bullshit of what they're up to and their bloody fancy this and that or rented this and that and escapades here, there, and everywhere. They might not even be happy, so therefore they might not consider themselves to be successful. Ending rant complete.
Boom, love it. Sorry about the kids in the background. That's just the 4 that I had before I was 28. So they're all
nice,
coming
mate. Hey, well, at least you ticked that off. Well done.
I'm definitely successful. Oh my gosh.
I'll tell you a story. Actually, I was a bit of a failure over the weekend, and it really fucked me off. But I went to this jumping place. This sounds weird, eh? But you can go there and jump on trampolines and shit. But anyway, they had a adults ninja course, and I got most of the way through it, like probably a third of it. But anyway, there's one of those like vertical walls that you have to run up. And I just couldn't do it, eh? And like I knew somehow that I knew that I was capable of it, but I just fucking couldn't crack it. So unfortunately, when you do have a drive for success, sometimes it is a bit of a hindrance because it was an hour time period and I wasted about 40 minutes of the hour trying to clock the one thing that I couldn't actually achieve before having to admit defeat and go enjoy the third 20 minutes doing some other things. And I walked away with a burnt foot, a carpet burnt arm, and a tear through my finger because of trying to achieve some success that I actually wasn't capable of yesterday. And now I'm determined I'm going to go back there and I'm going to clock that fucking vertical wall. But I think the lesson is that we can't always achieve the things that we set out to do, but that doesn't mean that we are not successful. Bang.
Jeez, give this guy a PhD and just get him, No, that's good, man. I like that. I agree with that. It's very
Fuck, I can
insightful.
talk a lot of shit.
It's got me thinking, that one, actually.
Come over, man, and get on this wall. Get on this jump wall.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got plenty of free time now. I might as well,
Let's do it.
Let's make it happen.
Any definitions from the watches?
No, I haven't seen any. Just
Joey here, probably
Daisy
finishing your froths on a Thursday night.
Just Daisy saying, "Suss the lid on the fark."
Which one?
I don't know. Well, it was frozen. It was frozen on your head for like a few minutes when you were out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you'll have to go back and watch, man. It's so good. It's so funny.
Yeah, nice. Nice. I'll definitely check that
out. Does anyone have any questions or anything they want to throw out there? And what's their definition of success?
Mate, what's the latest? Whilst we're waiting for the untold amount of comments we'll get from the untold amount of viewers we've got, with your big move.
So I will be leaving the country on August the 11th, flying to New York City. So if any of you know anyone in New York that would love to put me up for a little while I look for a job and a place to live, that would be fantastic. Help me come unstuck out of a situation of not having somewhere to live. But in all seriousness, guys. But yeah, so move over then, and then just start figuring shit out. I'm jumping on all these websites at the moment, actually looking at trying to find flatmates, places to live. So, and if anyone has any advice, please hit me up because I need all the help I can get.
Who is going to win Survivor? SDR. Mate, Simon, you watch too much fucking TV, mate, and we all know that you're watching Love Island, not bloody Survivor. Oh, check out, I got some boys get paid stickers. How good. Just a little side hustle there. Oh, that's exciting, mate. So you're all finished up at work?
Yep, so work finished up a bit earlier than expected, which, just isn't always a bad thing. So I've got a few weeks free before I head over. I'll be over in Bali one of those weeks for a mate's wedding.
Nice.
Which would be good to see a few mates I haven't seen for a while and have a bit of chilled out week and have some beers. But then I've got a uni assignment due that week, Austin. Yes.
You're going to do that from Bali. Will we do the podcast from Bali?
Yeah, fucking why not, man? I'll do a live stream while I'm out in a bar somewhere or something. I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I like it. With
I feel like, mate, once you commit to this life, you got to commit to it for the people, man. For the people. Bang. It doesn't matter where you are. It's for the people.
I like it, mate. Sweet. Oh, just quickly, did they throw you like a little leaving party or anything, or they probably had a celebration on the Monday once you were gone?
We just had some beers in the office on Friday, Arvo, which was good.
Any good stories from that?
I probably not really that I would share on here.
Oh, okay. Sounds interesting.
I don't know if I would say good, but yeah, nothing I'd probably share on here.
Nice, mate. I think finishing a job's like a really weird feeling, eh? From memory, it's kind of a
It
strange
hasn't
feeling, eh?
it hasn't fully sunken in yet. I think because I'm still getting paid for the next like I don't know. I think it's like 6 weeks or something. So I'll still be getting paid up until then, and I think once I stop seeing that income, that's when I'll probably start to freak out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, I'll just find something quick when I get over to New York.
Kiwis, if you take the World War II filter off your camera, people can actually see the BGP sticker. Success.
Man, I seriously think it's just our internet connections. Like,
Oh yeah, I look like a fucking robot or something. Fantastic.
man, it's all pixel. Yeah, but like I'm telling you, it's the internet because like my camera, from what I can see, I've got two visuals. So everyone, it looks fantastic on the screen where I can see both Luke and I. It's just the stream that it's crap. It's because of the internet. Because of the bloody NBN and New Zealand internet connections. But hopefully when I get to New York, we'll have some good internet and we don't have to worry about this sort of stuff anymore. And when Luke figures out how to use technology, hopefully he'll be all right and actually be able to jump on here.
Yeah, that will be good. We'll do it live from Zuckerberg's place anyway, so I'd imagine the internet's way faster. Righto, mate. We'll wrap this up, eh?
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in and listen to our opinions on how to on what we define success as. If you guys want to throw in any of your opinions around what success is in the comments, go for it. We read everything, so throw your comments in. As usual, like if you know anyone who you think could use some help with coming unstuck, please add them to the group. It'd be great to keep getting this out and helping more and more people. It's good seeing a steady flow of people coming in. It's really refreshing for us to see your comments and get your messages saying thank you for everything. That's amazing. Really appreciate it when you guys tune in or even just look at the page. It's fantastic. Thank you so much. Don't forget to throw out any questions or suggestions of things that you want us to talk about or any feedback or anything like that. Coolio.
Nice, mate.
Sweet. Do you have any final thoughts? You're good?
Yeah, before we go, Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah.
You've got Instagram going, LinkedIn, Bebo, Twitter, fucking everything by the sounds.
Insta's going to launch very soon. But thank God we're on Spotify. Thought we had some issues there for a second, but it should be working fine now. So guys are on Spotify. I know everyone uses Spotify. So if you can't watch these videos, you'll be able to listen to our voices. When you're in bed or whatever, you do whatever you want. It's free content. So
nice, mate. Nice. I enjoy it. I look forward to listening to myself.
This message was not sponsored by 50 Lashes, and no, I'm just kidding. What are you saying? Looking forward to listening to yourself.
Yeah, whilst playing with
oh my gosh.
It's a technology, just figuring out how technology. Anyway, it's been bloody good, mate. Good to tune in, good to catch up. Feel energized, feel naughty. It's all good stuff. Let's go.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you next time.